Hi, my name is Mark, and in this free video presentation, I'm going to reveal the weird little secrets that make me $15,197 a month online just by writing a few hours a day from my home computer. The unexpected event that kick-started my online writing career, and the secret technique no one's ever told you that makes earning a massive income from online writing as easy as watching television. That's right. Even in this down economy, there are literally thousands of high-paying companies looking for honest, capable writers. In fact, they're so desperate to fill these available positions, they're willing to pay people just like you up to $110 per hour to complete super easy assignments. I'm talking about $38 for a quick 10-minute blog post, $8.75 for an easy 300-word article, $2 to respond to a single email, up to $5 per page just to double-check someone else's work, and even a huge $20 just to write a brief review of a product which you usually get to keep. Best of all, these companies couldn't care less about your previous writing experience, whether you attended college or even if you finished high school. In fact, once you know the dead simple research shortcuts I'm about to reveal to you, you don't even need to know anything about the subject matter you're writing for. So long as you can write at an 8th grade level and have access to a computer and the internet, these companies are willing to pay you to write for them from the comfort of your own home. Find this a little hard to believe? I don't blame you. Not so long ago, I would have barely believed it myself. Yet today, I'm living proof that even the most clueless newbie can make a fantastic full-time income writing online from the comfort of their own home. And let me tell you, you don't need any special skills or experience to copy my success. Hell, my ADD has made it impossible for me to graduate from college, let alone find and hold down a nice job. I have no skills, no degree, and no employment prospects. Which meant while everyone was on Easy Street 10 years ago, I was doing exactly what even college-educated Americans are doing in the wake of the global credit crunch. Wearing out my nice shoes, walking up and down the city streets, dropping resumes in to anyone who even looked like they might be hiring, freaking out about overdue bills, telling debt collectors they'd called the wrong number, and generally living in a constant state of financial paranoia. Or just sitting at home watching endless Jerry Springer reruns, feeling sorry for myself. Maybe you can relate to feeling like that. Perhaps you were never cut out for the 9-to-5 grind either. Maybe you had a job but couldn't stand dealing with an idiot boss all day and told him to jam his unpaid overtime where the sun don't shine. Or maybe you were one of the unfortunate people who found themselves a victim of corporate downsizing, which means the boss wants to buy a new Ferrari. Regardless of your situation, you're probably in the position I was in not so long ago. Namely, scouring the internet for an easy way to pay the bills tomorrow, not months or years from now. You see, I knew from past experience that my ADD made me pretty much unemployable in any regular field. Frankly, if I wanted to pay my bills, it was essential that I find the kind of opportunity no 9-to-5 would ever give me. You know, the kind of opportunity that allows you to work from home with a completely flexible schedule. Doesn't require working long hours. With my ADD, I was flat out sitting still for 30 minutes at a time. Doesn't require any special skills or a college degree, since I didn't have either. And finally, paid out big and paid out fast. I know, when you say it out loud, it sounds impossible, right? In fact, these kinds of claims wouldn't be out of place in one of those scam web pages with the palm trees, bikini-clad babes, and mansions. But believe it or not, there is a way you can have all of this. An income generation method most people don't know exists, or simply aren't sure how to transform into a cash-spewing venture. Writing online from home. But I know what you're thinking. Come on, Mark. The guy serving me coffee at Starbucks is an English Lit major. What chance does an average Joe like me stand at getting a high-paid writing job? As it turns out, a pretty damn good one. See, there are literally thousands of these jobs out there just waiting to be filled. But they're not being advertised in newspapers, career websites, or any of the usual ways we've been taught to look for work. After all, they're not traditional positions. There's no clock to punch, no drive to work, and no predetermined lunch hour. and most people can't deal with that. They need to be told when to go to work, how much money they're allowed to have at the end of the month, and when they can go on vacation. However, the fact you're still watching this video tells me you're not one of those people, which means you're exactly the kind of person thousands of businesses all over the world are in desperate need of to write their articles, blog posts, product reviews, and more. But on the off chance you don't instantly recognize just how fortunate you are to be staring straight down the barrel of such a life-changing opportunity, you need to discover 7 reasons writing online from home is the fastest, easiest, and most enjoyable way to make money with the internet. 1. You get to work from home. Okay, this one's not exactly a secret, but it does mean you're avoiding rush hour traffic, sleeping in every morning, and are around when friends and family need you. 2. You have complete control over your schedule. There's no need to ask for vacation time, no pushing to meet a deadline when you've got a nasty bout of the flu, and you never need to put friends and family second. From now on, you call the shots in your life. 3. You can fill your bank account fast. In fact, the majority of jobs you undertake, you'll get 50 to 100% of your fee before you even put pen to paper, which means you could even be getting paid today if you're in need of a quick cash injection. 4. You can do it part-time. Once you discover the secrets I'm about to share with you, earning a full-time income writing from home only takes a few hours a day, 3 to 5 days a week. So even if you have one of those great jobs I've heard about, you can still enjoy bulking up your bank balance by doing some writing on the side. Or you can go all out and leave the rat race behind forever. 5. You're not at the mercy of anyone else. Forget about trusting your weekly paycheck to bean counters who see you as just another number. When you have a job writing from home, you're often working for multiple high-paying companies at once. Your eggs are never all in one basket, which gives you true financial security. 6. You don't have to be a great writer. I never went to college, and most of my writing experience out of high school was grocery lists and school permission slips. Yet I still managed to support my family working just a few hours a day writing from home. Hey, if I can do it, anyone can. 7. The money is phenomenal. Once you've figured out a few simple twists, making over $30 per hour is incredibly easy. And even if you only made half that, you'd still be doing better than your average high-paid business executive. Yeah, it's pretty much the perfect job. Something any savvy job seeker would give their right arm for. But if you think it's beyond your reach, that you're not cut out for this kind of lifestyle, or that you don't have the skills something like this requires, then think again. Because the truth is, if you can write your own shopping list, you're already more than qualified for one of these overpaid writing jobs. Fact is, you don't have to be the next Hemingway. Hell, you don't even need to know who Hemingway is, because the businesses posting these jobs aren't looking for amazing writers. All they want is someone who will take their money, write a passable piece of work, and turn it in without needing constant supervision. After all, these people are used to receiving work from someone in a third world country who only knows a few words of English, or wannabes who don't even use a spell check before sending in work. If you don't believe me, take a look at this woeful sample a past employer of mine sent me the other day. Flexibility is important. Having loose, supple muscle give you more energy for daily basis. As many week goes on, many people accumulate their stresses in big areas of body. Athletes and hobby exercisers' enthusiasm commonly carry muscular stress in the hips, hamstrings, and calves. Feeling muscular tightness will drag you down, ruin posture, cause clumsiness, and increase injury. Yes, this really is the caliber of work you're up against. And if you can do even slightly better than that, you're almost home free. All you need to know now is the incredibly simple secret to finding and landing online writing gigs most writers will never know. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you need to know these secrets to land high-paying writing jobs. After all, I certainly didn't have it when I began to look for easy internet-based work. Then again, That's probably why it took me months and months and thousands of dollars until I was even making $1,000 a month, much less the kinds of income I enjoy today. But here's the thing. So why does your regular online writer beg for the $5 article table scraps while I'm having a fine dining experience with insanely high-paying blog posts, product reviews, and whatever else takes my fancy? Because I have a system. A complete step-by-step internet income recipe I use to capture high-paying writing jobs, do the work in record time, and haul in cash at an astonishing rate, even though the most demanding piece of writing I've ever done is a high school essay. And today, I've laid it all bare, allowing a few lucky up-and-coming internet writers to share my massive success. Introducing Writing Jobs from Home. It's the world's best-kept secret. At this very moment, there's a huge, untapped market of cashed-up business owners just waiting to throw money at you to do the writing jobs they simply don't have the time to complete. And once you know where to find them, how to negotiate obscene pay rates, and the secrets to pumping out quality writing work in a fraction of the expected time, well, let's just say making over $80 per hour isn't exactly rocket science. And if you think you're not smart enough to make that kind of cash or don't have the right qualifications, then think again. Because the truth is that you don't need any previous experience or special skills to make a killing doing online writing jobs from the comfort of your couch. I'm serious. Even a high school diploma is overkill for what these writing assignments require. In fact, so long as you can meet generous deadlines, they're happy to pay you the kinds of fees that would make a high-priced criminal attorney do a double take. But best of all, you choose when and how you want to work, whether it's at the kitchen table in pajamas, by the pool in swim trunks, or on the couch in baggy sweats, which is my personal favorite. Personally, I can't think of anything better, which is why I put together a breakthrough new paint-by-numbers cheat sheet to put you on the shortcut to living this dream lifestyle. In fact, some early adopters have managed to have hundreds or even thousands of dollars put into their bank accounts the same day they read this internet income code breaker. In this revolutionary online income blueprint, you'll discover never-before-seen techniques that have built successful careers in hours, such as how to find a limitless supply of super easy, high-paying writing jobs. Once you know these secrets, stuffing your bank account full of cash takes just hours, not days, weeks, or months. Tips and tricks to almost instantly become an expert on whatever subject you choose, allowing you to start a bidding war between potential clients, ensuring you get paid an almost criminal amount of money for ridiculously simple writing gigs. Where to find the best hidden tools and resources to speed up your writing, allowing you to crank out articles, blog posts, and product reviews with a fraction of the time and effort most people expect. Shortcuts to putting together a crack team of writers who work for pennies so you can reap almost all the rewards without doing any of the work. If you thought you were making good money before, just wait until you unleash these income multiplying secrets on your online writing. Foolproof methods to squeezing the most cash out of a job while doing the least work. Apply these in your negotiations, and you'll be amazed at the sums clients and companies will hand over without a second thought. Of course, that's only a fraction of the secrets you'll discover inside the Writing Jobs from Home membership, every one of which are geared towards making you a phenomenal amount of cash writing online from your home office, even if you've never written anything except shopping lists and Christmas cards before. It's by far the most comprehensive resource available, revealing every piece of the online writing puzzle. However, if you've seen other writing from home offers out there, you may be curious as to why we're not giving away automated software like our competitors do. I don't know about you, but I'm not exactly a wizard with technology. And even if these programs were as easy to use as their creators make them out to be, I've tested them, and believe me, the work they spit out is substandard at best. In fact, using these tools is a surefire way to end your writing from home career and get your name blacklisted across the entire industry. Now, it's true that there are occasional semi-automated tools that can boost your writing income. And once you become a Writing Jobs from Home member, we do offer our custom-built software to members to make their lives easier. But in order to ensure new writers don't get themselves in hot water by trying to run before they can walk, we do have a brief screening process for access to our semi-automated tools, which far exceed any others in the industry. It's just another way we can help you snag the obscenely high-paying writing jobs you deserve and make a Writing Jobs from Home membership a no-brainer. And guess what? For a limited time only, we're accepting new members at a hugely discounted rate, which should come as a huge relief, especially since what I'm offering today is easily worth hundreds of dollars. Think about it. I'm giving you everything you need to find and land super easy writing jobs that pay out like a Vegas jackpot. I could easily whack a $200 price tag on there and have people snapping it up faster than a $2 waffle iron on Black Friday. After all, some of my early adopters have made that back within the first day alone. At $200, it would be a complete no-brainer. But I'm not going to ask you for $200 today. I'm not going to ask you for $100 or even $50. Because when you join Writing Jobs from Home today, you'll only pay a one-time $38.95 membership fee, which is barely enough to cover our overhead. That's right. If you act now, you can get a Writing Jobs from Home membership at almost cost price and be lining up high-paying writing jobs within the hour. And on top of that, every Writing Jobs from Home membership is backed by a no-questions-asked 60-day money-back guarantee. So, if at any point during the first 60 days of membership you're not completely thrilled with the high-paying writing jobs we're throwing your way, simply email one of our helpful team within 60 days and you'll get every cent of your purchase refunded promptly and courteously. But remember, these positions are filling up lightning fast, and we can't keep these discounted prices up forever. So, if you are 18 years or older, have access to a computer and an internet connection, and have a basic 8th grade grasp of written English, then you qualify for inclusion in the Writing Jobs from Home membership. Want to get started right now? Then simply enter your name and email address in the boxes below to start our easy 5-minute verification process. And if you don't think you've got what it takes to be a wildly successful work-from-home writer, then think again. After all, I barely scraped through high school English, and even I'm able to bring in paychecks like these. All while living a lifestyle my friends can only dream of. And with a Writing Jobs from Home membership, I don't see why any reason you couldn't do the same. Imagine setting your own schedule, being your own boss, and living life how you want. These are the things the Writing Jobs from Home membership can help you have. So don't waste another second. Get started right now by entering your name and email address in the box below. And I'll see you when we're interviewing our next success story.